Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. So you guys, today we're going to be talking about our February budget and I wanted to bring you guys along. Most of you know that I do the MYMT personal budget sheet, which is a week by week budget process. And so I wanted to bring you guys along. Um, with how we've set this budget up for this month. So we are in February 22. Can you guys believe that? We're already in February. A lot of years, January has drug on. I don't get paid from the middle of December, like the 19th, 20th, somewhere in there, until the end of January. And those months, usually that 6 week period has been tough for me, primarily because I was paying off debt before. So now, at this current state where I am in my debt journey, I've paid all my debt. I don't owe anybody anything. So I saved up for Christmas. I saved up for the kids. The kids got more this year than they ever have before or last year. And we didn't have that struggle or that strain as far as where's the money going to come from? Am I going to buy groceries? How am I going to do how am I going to do the necessary things that need doing. And I'm just very proud and happy to say that God has been very gracious with us and we had everything we needed. Every single thing we needed came in. So we're starting off February on a really good foot. Now, we'll say this, we're not starting with our normal payroll, and simply because I got a bonus, right? So the state government here finally released funds. Teachers been waiting on a raise for forever. So in December, we got a bonus. And then in January, we got another bonus. And then if you received a step raise, a step increase, you're going to get back pay from like September to December. And that will come in February. So I'll get a little tiny bit in February. But I got an $1,800 bonus this month, and I got an $1,800 bonus last month. So that's why my numbers may look a little bit different than what you're used to seeing. So I do want to share with you kind of my actual numbers, right? So I had my monthly payroll deposit. Remember, I'm a once a month employee. So for those of you who are new around here, I get paid once a month. I work for the state. I am a teacher by profession. Um, and so I get paid once a month. My normal pay plus we got an $1,800 bonus. By the time they took out all my deductions, that include taxes and all of that, my final deposit was $4,439.39. Then I'm going to be moving over $1,000 that I had saved previously for the fence because we are having our fence done this week. Actually, the guy came over, I signed, I put down a deposit. They're coming on Thursday, and we're going to bring you guys along a little bit for that process as well. And so I've where it says funds transferred here, I'm going to be moving over some funds from my savings account into my regular checking account so I can pay off the balance of that fence. We did the tree in December, the fence February, and then the next big project I'll be saving for is the flooring in the living room, the hallway, and Jackson's room. If I can swing my room and Alana's room, I'll do that, but I may have to do those two rooms at a later date. Right now, the most 100% important places are the living room, Jackson's room, and the hallway that's kind of right outside of him and Alana's room. So I'm going to see what that pricing looks like and work my way towards saving up that amount of money. Now, as per usual, right? I do not put anything in column B. Column B is my budgeted column, what I think things are going to cost. I'm very strategic in not doing that simply because I don't want to overestimate or underestimate. And then because in my mind, if I put a number there, I'm actually going to be if I put a number there, that's what I'm actually going to be spending. So I just leave that top budgeted income section blank, but I do put in actual amounts in my budgeted column for my expenses. Alrighty, you guys. So what I normally do is I leave my income budgeted section blank, but I do put in my actual income. Then for my expenses, I actually put in what my bills are and what it's I put in my actual amounts, and then as I'm going through, I then put my week to week spending in, and that auto calculates or populates for me on my first page. So if I'm working with you one on one, I'll actually show you how this goes. And I've worked with the members on this specific budget sheet this past week, and we all have been making our changes and corrections to our sheet. But I wanted to show you guys um, what I do as far as the budget is concerned. So I have my living expenses. This is anything that officially goes with the house, right? So my mortgage is 960.62. My heating and electric was 148.44. That was up from last month. We've had some extreme cold here, 2 back-to-back weekends with ice and then snow. So that just plays a little bit of havoc on the electric. Water and sewer, my water was up about 20 bucks. So I got to make sure that one of the toilets is not hanging again, because normally that only happens when we have like a running toilet somewhere. And so I have to make sure that that's not an issue. Now, my cell phone bill is $70. That includes the Disney Plus. So I'm going to actually go in and take this Disney Plus money out. So I'm going to delete that. My internet service is 74.99. Household repairs, or that's a sinking fund that I just implemented a couple months ago. I usually put $50 in there. You own a home, things are going to go south at some point. I've had to place a dishwasher, I've had to replace a washing machine, and a dryer. So because I've had a sinking fund, I've been able to replace those and pay cash, no problem, not have to pay any payments on those. If you have to pay payments, I understand. I've had to pay payments before. There is not any looking down from over here. I've just gotten smarter in my brain about how to pre-plan for stuff. So I put money in a sinking fund just in case. Um, then we have household items or miscellaneous. To get the fence built, the two sides that I need here, and then on the side, I have some patching that needs to be done right behind my neighbor's yard because they had a fence that fell down in Hurricane Florence and they've never put it back up. In order to get 85 feet of fence, 6-foot fence with a hanging gate, so one side will have a gate, it's 2280. Now, I got 3 different quotes. The first quote and the second quote were right there neck and neck. I actually went with the first guy because he actually built my neighbor's fence and I'm able to see what his work looks like. That those posts were up one day, the fence was done the next day. And I was like, "Oh my word. Okay." The other guy was a little bit cheaper just by a hair, but I don't quite know if he got what I was asking for in that one side that needed to be patched in. And then the third guy was $1,400 more than the one I went with. And I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that rationale. I mean, the other guy was only like a tiny, I mean, this little bit much difference between the first guy and the second guy. And the third guy, it was like 1,400 more dollars. I couldn't even, it didn't even make, I was like, I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so I went with the first guy, but I did have 3 different companies come out and give me quotes. I did have another company that I was trying to get out, and we never could work it out. So I'm happy with the choice. Like I said, he did my neighbor's fence, and I've seen the work. It looks perfectly fine. Moving down, some additional sinking funds. My Roth IRA, I just make that a sinking fund, $50. I do have to come up with a way or a strategy to put a little more into that, just so as I get older, I'm making sure that there are some funds that will help in my older age. I'm not old by any means, but I am getting closer to retirement. Will I retire totally? Probably not. I'm most positive that I will continue to work until I'm unable to work anymore. But that is just how it is. Oh, I did not put my Amazon Prime. So I'm gonna start saving for Amazon Prime simply because that is gonna come due next year. So in order to have the money that I need for the Amazon Prime next year when it comes due, I'm gonna actually save $11. So that's gonna now become a new sinking fund. I didn't have that last year, but a friend of mine, she actually pays it. So even if I save the money for it and I pay it, she then reimburses me. So I'm just gonna pre-save it. and then she'll reimburse me. I don't ask her to pay for it. I don't expect her to pay for it. She will not let me pay for it. The first year, I think she paid for it. I didn't have the money to do it. And let me explain to you why she does that. She's an older lady. She's not as tech savvy as I am. She asks me to order her things quite often. I simply make the order and it goes to her house. It's just a way to help her out. I don't mind doing that. I don't have a problem doing that. She wants to, because I won't let her pay me for doing any of that. So this is her way of saying thank you, right? She pays for it. I have not asked for her to pay for it. It is not a requirement that she pays for it. She is just saying, this is my thank you. And I've just learned you cannot argue with older people. It is not healthy to stress them out. So I let her do that. But I can at least pre save. And then if she wants to reimburse me, she's welcome to do that. If she doesn't, then it's already at least paid for anyway. That's just a way of being a blessing. I don't ask for that. It's not required. But I need to start saving for it because it comes due in January. So I just paid it in January. So now February starts the first month of the 12-month cycle that I'm going to be saving. Now, we are going to talk a little bit more specifically about sinking funds in the next coming months and how I do sinking funds. PureFlix is $9. I'm right at $90. It's $99 plus tax for the year. It comes due in May. So I've actually saved almost all of that. So when it comes due in May, they take it out of my account. It's already paid for. Health Wage Gym is $50, and here's why. So mom joined the gym, right? So mine was $25. It's actually not going to be $50. It's going to be 54. Let me change that, right? So my part is 25, and Alana just joined the gym today. So because she's a dependent on my insurance, she's able to get the Health Ways Tivia True Fit, and it's $29 for her. They waived her enrollment fee because I was a member, and so I do have an enrollment way to get that fee waived. And so I just had to pay the $29. I'm going to reimburse myself the $29 from the child support that comes in. When she rolls off of child support in June, then she'll have to pick up her own gym. But right now, because dad sends money, I'm just going to pick it up through there. Jackson is doing Taekwondo at 169. My taxes, I never kind of guesstimate, pre-estimate what that's going to be because I just don't know until I see what the YouTube income is and any other affiliate income that may come in. So I leave that blank. Homeschool curriculum, which comes out of child support, which is for Jackson only. So I'm saving half the money because I only have one more homeschool student. Alana will graduate in May. $50 for homeschool, and I take that out of the first home child support check. New camera, and I actually think I'm saving up for a new PC first because I'm fine with my phone. It's $20. Piano lessons and dance, 260. And again, I just pay for that out of child support for as long as she gets child support. And after she is not doing that anymore, then we will make a different arrangement for her payments. But by the summertime, she'll be out of that dance class anyway, and so it won't be a problem. My monthly groceries, $300 for my weekly groceries. Um, $75 is for my summer groceries, which for some of you who are new around here, I don't work in June or July. I don't get a paycheck in June or July. I have a little bit of my paycheck taking out every month, a little bit every month. They put it in what's called a summer share account. Whatever's there at the end of my 10-month pay cycle, they divide it by two. I get half in June and half in July. That's how the kids and I live in the summer. So I started year before last, taking out a little bit of grocery money to make sure that the kids and I had grocery money for the 10 weeks that I don't work. Prior to that, we would do $25 a week if I could swing it, right? So now I want to make sure that I'm able. Monthly preps is $25. Entertainment and eating out, I'm not real sure what I was thinking there, and I didn't put a note. See how that just does not help you when you don't put a note. Okay, so I didn't make a note, and when I don't make a note, I can't remember. So I have to go back and look at my budget sheet to make sure that there's not something I'm missing. I had eating out or holiday entertaining. It's probably for my birthday, or maybe it's for Alana's birthday. I can't remember because Alana just had a birthday. Her birthday is a week before mine. So I did pay for her her birthday activity that she wants done, and we also have to pay for food for that. But we had to put it off a couple weeks simply because of the weather. So we're gonna see what that's for. Okay, personal care. This is for nails or hair care. I'm actually getting my hair cut. I'm going to actually get a haircut. I had planned to go today because I did have a funeral to go to, but my barber was not there. I actually sat there for about 30 minutes and waited. He was not there by that time, and nobody was there because there's another guy that works in there as well. I didn't have time to wait, so I told him I'd just try to get back in another day. But for me, a haircut and Jackson a haircut, it's $20 each. My PO box, again, after the PO box hike, it's now $13 a month instead of $10 a month for 6 months. The chiropractor is causing me a little bit of issue right now. My schedule, she's had to curve some of her hours because she is expecting a baby. And my schedule doesn't fit with their schedule. I can flex out an hour and go early on a Monday. But in order for me to make up my hour, I've got to figure out where in my week I can do that. So I end up either going in really early in the morning to get a few little minutes here and there, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes, or staying late in the afternoon. And I don't have any days that I can do that. We've got dance, we got taekwondo, we got piano, we got, all the things that I have to do for the kids in the afternoon. So it's causing a little bit of a challenge for me to get to the chiropractor right now. So I told her I may have to put it on hold until the summer because I can flex. I can move a little better in the summertime. Right now I'm just too busy and I'm somewhere every day. But for right now, it's $95. Moving down miscellaneous, I've got the kids savings. Um, 200. The kids get 100 apiece. And let me go back up here. I need to make a change right here in this spot. So I have Jackson and sister, they get $100 a piece, and that's what I give them money out of child support. I do use some money for things like groceries, but the majority of their child support pays for their activities. Jackson's doing taekwondo, that's almost $200. Alana's doing piano and dance, that's almost $300. Then she's got the gym now. So I take a lot of that money towards their activities, and I always have. I've never, in the beginning, I did not in the beginning, I never accounted in for child support in my budget because I was never sure if it was coming or not. It's been very consistent over the last 4 years, and I'm very thankful for that. But I still just make sure that I'm paying everything up front. And as money comes in, then I'm kind of recouping it, right? You've seen that process. I make sure all the bills are paid. And if it comes in, then I'm good. Gracie is a $40. We just put that in her sinking fund for any needs she might have. Gas at 200, I do like $50 a week for 4 weeks. My oil change is a sinking fund at $20. Then I have my car registration and my insurance for $92. That's also a sinking fund. Moving down, tithe was 687 simply because we got a bonus that's normally not there. Ministry wise, I give to a ministry that's $30, and then I want to save $250 in my baby step. And then I have some business expenses. I have Canva, which is $13 a month, and then I have the meeting space, which is another $10 a month. So it's about $25 a month. I am paying for a personal meeting space for my ministry, and I'm thinking that I may have to do one mom separate as well. That's going to make me have two different meeting spaces that I'm paying for. So I'm trying to hope that people, if you get a meeting request from my ministry space, it's because I'm already paying for that. You can do a hour-long meeting with no cost, but to go over an hour's meeting, you have to pay a fee. And I don't want to be in the middle of a meeting and it cuts off. So I pay the fee out of my own personal monies right now. Okay, so that brings us to our total expenses, which is $6,450.37. Now, again, when I look at that number, I've already added in or included my sinking funds. So, of course, I never take out sinking fund money until I get one mom revenue. That's when I start funding sinking funds. At this point, I don't have any. So, anything that's considered a sinking fund, I could actually take it out. It's going to make that total expense category smaller. But I like to go ahead and put it in so that I know what I'm dealing with as far as, what's coming in and what's going out. So let me go back up and figure out why something's not right. Oh, there. Okay. So I was trying to figure out like why that number wasn't right, but my total income versus expenses is right now it says I'm $6,450 in the hole, right? So I had whatever my beginning income was plus the $1,000. This is how much I have as a running total left. So I've got to go in and pay bills, right? Because the first is on a Tuesday. So I'm going to go in tomorrow and pay all of my bills. So this is going to change. Now at the bottom of my sheet, what I'm looking at is weeks 1, 2, 3, and then I also have weeks 4 and 5, but I also have my sinking and my savings fund. So I'm going to change all of these uh, so that they don't say weeks 1. I'm going to actually put in, you know, January 30th through February the 5th. And then February the 6th through, I like to see my days there. That just helps me better know when I spent money. I'm one of those who I want to know when I spent money, how much money I spent, what week was heavy, what week I kind of ran a little short. And then I have notes all over the place when I remember to put the note in so that I'm able to go back and rationalize why I spent X, Y, and Z dollars. That just helps me be able to keep a better account of my money. And what I'm into, especially in 22, is making sure that I am accounting for every single dollar that comes in, right? That's my main goal for my budget. I don't care what it is. Now, a lot of people get kind of confusing, like Shakema, um, what if I don't stick to the budget? As much as I want you to stick to the budget, the first thing I want you to do is get used to writing in the budget, to doing to creating the budget. That's the first step in financial freedom. Create the budget. So at least even if you overspent a category, you can still go back and say, what was I supposed to do with that money? Oh, that was an extra. I was supposed to pay towards X, Y, and Z thing, right? So I always in the very beginning when I started budgeting, I always did my budget every single month. I tried to go a couple months. Once I got that budgeting thing in my head and I had it down, I tried to go a couple of months without doing my budget. Catastrophe, not a thing that I can do. So it helps me to be able to go back and look at this budget sheet. Now I'm at a space where I try to stick very closely to this budget. Now, if the Lord tells me to do a thing, I'll do a thing. I don't even argue with God no more about that. However, just random spending, I don't do that. I come back to what needs to happen, what needs to go out. I've got floors to pay for now. Never would have thought that I would be the person who could have gotten a tree cut down. I looked at that tree for 5 years thinking, how in the world am I going to pay for this? Now, most people would say, Shakima, I would have taken my bonus money that I work hard for and pay for that tree, but I needed the tree down. I didn't need it to fall onto my house. The tree getting down was more important or pressing than me having that $1,000. Would I have loved to have the money? Sure, because my baby step needs to start growing. But I needed that tree down because the safety of my home was an issue. Now, most people would say, Shakima, I wouldn't take my second bonus and put it on the fence. Okay. But here's what I think. In today's climate and all of the stuff that's happening, I know my neighbors texted me once. They said, Miss Shakima, I see some kids going through your property to the property behind you. They were using my yard as a cut through. I don't want anybody to fall. I don't want nobody to have no accident on my property because I'm not paying for your mistake. It was your accident. You was in my yard, but now somebody wants me to pay for it. So if I get a fence, this is clearly the property, the boundary. Do not cross this boundary. And then we can also let the dogs go out and they can get a little more exercise. We can enjoy our yard. And so those are things that I think about as
All
I
right.
move forward.
So, that's the budget for the month. That's what it looks like at this point. That's what I can say that we have going on. That's what I can say that we have that we're going to be allocating for. Now, can things change? They 100% absolutely can change, and they are subject to change. Once we see what rolls out for the month. There could be, like, we had a couple work days in January, so we didn't have to go to work. Meant less gas I didn't have to spend. I had, I think I had a couple blessings come in, so that meant I could get a few more groceries. Had a little more come in AdSense than I had planned for. So that meant I could put more towards the fence. I'm going to start saving in that baby step. I just put it in my baby step. I don't even do it separately. And I'll start saving for the flooring. Now I just need to get a quote on the flooring. And we'll see. You know, however long it takes me to save, I'm just going to work on it. It's little by little, slow by slow. Some people want a quick fix. Here's my question. Did you get into debt quickly? Or if you didn't, it was slow by slow, little by little, decision by decision. It's going to take time, a plan, and a process to get out. Keep going. Don't stop swimming just because you don't feel like you can go anymore. Tread water a minute, right? And then keep on going. Make a plan. Stick to the plan as closely as you can. Get everybody, all the stakeholders that have something to do with your budget, sit down and have a budget meeting. Listen, this is where we are. Clearly, we cannot go to Starbucks every single day. So would you be willing to do every other day, every third day, twice a week? You know, start negotiating with people. Some spouses do not want to be put on the, you can't, don't regulate my money. I'll swipe my card whenever I, okay, if I gave you X amount of dollars per week, or if we allocate it, right? If I gave you, they don't want to hear that. If we allocated X amount of dollars per week, would that satisfy your need to either swipe or use your cash? Because we've got some goals here. Let's make some shared goals and let's hit some of these things. What I'm looking forward to hearing is, hey, Shakema, I paid off this. Or, hey, Shakema, I made a jumbo payment to this. I want to hear your victory stories. I want to hear all of the things that, that all the things that you're doing that are really great in your life, because that's what we're here for. It's not just for you to sit and listen to my stories. I want to hear story time with you. How are you? One of my people got a thing happen to them the other day, and it was like 1 o'clock my time, a.m. And they sent me a message. Hey, I know you sleeping. Just wanted to share this with you. It was a small little win. It was a small little win for them. And I was so proud because they were so proud. Yes, let's celebrate one another, even if it seems crazy to you, right? So I'm in a Facebook group. It's for people losing weight. And somebody's like, oh, I only lost 4 pounds. I know it's not really anything to write about, but I'm going to write about it. I said, I only lost 4 ounces and I'm going to write about it. Listen, whatever little goals or steps you make, you able to cross those things off, I'm telling you, that pressure and stress will begin to start slowly but surely coming down, and all the tension and all the anxieties and all the things that are happening in your home. Once you get to that point, you're going to be like, I promise you, it's happened for me, and I know it can happen for you. All right, so I went to get, some of you have asked me what planner do I use. I use the Live Rich planner from the Budget Mom. This is their small size. This is not the full 8.5 by 11 that I had last year. I like this size a little bit more. It's a little more compact. My boxes are a little smaller than I would appreciate, but that's okay. My word for the month, my Y word is productivity. I got to get things done. There are things that must be done over here at one mom's house, right? So I got to get stuff done. So some were asking what are my, my totals and my sinking funds. So my car registration, I have $35.02 in that account. Now I keep no money in this house. I have these are all Capital One 360 accounts. I don't keep any cash. My house repairs, I have $300 in there. Taxes, I have right around $1,357. And that's because I don't, like I said, YouTube does not take out taxes. So I have to account for that, and I have to be ready to pay if I have to pay. Every single year I've gotten a refund from federal, but I have had to pay North Carolina taxes every single time. And what I've had to do in the past is wait until I got my refund in order to pay the taxes that I owe for North Carolina. Last year was the first year that I had the money saved. I take out 15% of every single AdSense payment that comes in. I take out 15% of any of my other affiliate links, and I dump it into an account called taxes because I may have to pay them. And so that stays in my that stays in my 360 Capital One 360 account. And then once that bill comes through, I'm able to just pay it, be done. My car insurance, $343. I just renewed that car insurance in October. Yes, and then I'll renew again in April. So I have a couple more months to have what I need. PureFlix is at $90. Ma'am has $175 in her sinking fund. We had to buy some pet food. I think we had to buy food for her. So I had to take out some, but I'll put some in this last time, and I'll put some in next time. My P.O. box, I have $10 left in that account. I didn't realize I had so much left because I thought I just planned it down to the penny, but I have $10 left in there, and praise the Lord. For my new camera, and I'm actually thinking about a new computer, and the reason I want to get a new computer, two reasons: for editing purposes. But my friend Sarah has this, it's a Dell, I think, and it looks just like a monitor, a flat monitor. And the CPU is in the bottom of the monitor. I'll see if I can find a picture and insert it somewhere so you guys can see what it looks like. But the screen is gigantic. It actually looks like a mini little flat screen TV. It's just one piece. And of course, you attach the keyboard and the mouse. And the reason I want that twofold, I want to have it so that it makes my editing easier. But I also, when I do my Titus 2 meetings, I'm only able to see a certain amount of ladies on the screen, or my Daughters of Grace. My Daughters of Grace group is much smaller than Titus 2. Coffee and Conversation is small as well. But I want to be able to see more ladies on the screen. So I was thinking if I got that larger one, and I need a new computer anyway, because the one I'm using, you know, the hinge on the back is broken. That it just broke. And so I can't shut it on the computer that I'm using. But it still lets me use it, but I can't shut it. And so I was just thinking, hey, if I got that one, I could at least, because I was trying to figure out how to connect my computer to the flat screen so that I can still see more people. I want to be able to see the lovelies. I think we had 33 or 34 women this past Saturday, and I can see roughly about 29 of them, but some women are they're hiding in the back. And then if I change my view to see more people, all I can see are the little tiled icons. I can't see faces, and I'm into faces. I just want to see the ladies. I want to see their expressions. I want to, when they're giving their opinion or chiming in on a subject, I want to be able to see, you know, how they're feeling. If somebody's going through a crisis, I want to know that so we can immediately jump and pray. So I just want to be able to see more people. And so I'm going to start saving for the computer versus the camera, because I'm still using my phone. It works out fine for right now. The camera may be a 2023 thing, or maybe I'll come up on a Black Friday deal. That would be great. And who knows how long it will take me to save for the computer. I mean, I'm only saving, you know, $20 a month. So it's not like I'm, you know, lickety split with it. Like I said, the next project is the floors. I could probably take my April supplement and pay for the computer, but the floors are more important than the computer. So I've got to get the floors done. So it's just that. If we get money back from taxes, then I'll do the floors. And then my supplement will be for the computer and whatever else. So it's one for the other. But the thing is, we're always paying something. Either you're paying your debt, you're paying your bills, or you're paying yourself so that you have savings for the next, you know what I'm saying? Savings for the next time. Then you have pest control. I have $50 in there. So I think we're about due for another spraying. That's probably going to happen this month or next, because it's $75. It's actually $80. I'm going to have to up that amount. My oil change, I have $101 in that. I still also have 2 more oil changes, I think, that came with the car package that I got. So I'm still good on that, just in case I need to have anything else done. Like last time I had to buy a filter. The oil change was covered, but the filter wasn't. So there's money in that account for oil change / filter / air, you know, whatever. Homeschool, I have $350 in that account. Baby step number 3, I'm not going to update you on that yet because I have the fence money in there and I still have to pay the fence. I have to pay the balance. I paid deposit, which was half, and I still have to pay the balance of the fence. So once I get all of that out, I can update better on those numbers. I actually just didn't write it down on my sheet. So I'm just keeping a running track of my sinking funds there. And then up here at the top, it says daily spending. I actually don't put what I spend per day. I put what comes in. So if I get a child support deposit, I put it in and I white out that where it says daily spending, and I just put like daily incoming. I make that a change. And so I just, whatever comes in, I put monies in those little boxes. So I'll know, hey, for this month, this is kind of what all should have came in, and it should kind of mimic what's on my budget sheet. So anywho, you guys, there it is, February budget. We are well on our way. Please listen to Shakema. Do the budget. Do the budget, ma'am. If you want to see a different result this year than you did last year, if you want to live in the green season, the green space, if you are ready for best life season, do the budget. Will I promise you that you'll stick to it? That's not for me to decide. But if you do the budget, it does help us in trying to get more to that green space season. We cannot just be willy-nilly with our money anymore. It's just not one of those things that we can do. We have no luxury for that. So what I'm asking you to do is commit to doing 12 budgets this year. We've already finished up January, so if you only have 11 in you, do 11, right? Do the very best you can. Shakema, I don't know how to do it. I didn't either, and I just learned. Write it down. If you're not a computer person, get you a sheet of paper, write it down. Put it where you always going to be able to see it. Don't stress out over your budget. We're not doing that. But it does need your attention to detail. It does need you to show concern for it. And you do have to have some specific goals for the reason why you're budgeting. Again, I've got things I want to do. I want to paint. I want to get the floors done. I'm going to be in this house at least for the next 5, 10, who knows how many long years. And I want it to be the best it can be. Would I like a brand new house that's freshly painted and smells new? Sure. That's not my testimony. The housing market is at least $100,000 more now than when I bought the house 5 years ago. So I'm going to stay right here where I am. I'm going to watch my little equity grow in Jesus' mighty name. I'm going to take care of what he has given me and blessed me with and be a good steward. And that's just how I'm going to live this best life over here. And I want you to do the same. I don't worry about certain things. It's just not for me. God is going to take care. But I'm going to, again, do my part. So anywho, you guys, there it is. The month of February, the budget is done. Now it's just down to paying our bills. If you have any questions about this budget, something that I did not make clear to you, please feel free to ask me any questions. I'm always here to help. I do want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. Don't forget, by the time you see this video, we will have already pulled the names. You guys, I am so excited. We started off with 10 sponsored memberships for February. We are up to 15. There will be 15 lucky people that are going to win a February membership. That's going to include a mid-month budget check-in. That's going to include a self-care Sunday meet. That's going to be our build a budget for March, and that's going to include 30 minutes with Shakema for the month of February, which I'm actually getting ready to start scheduling out my current members. So as soon as you see that post go up, you need to make sure that you get with me. Hey, Shakema, this is because my times are limited. I'm only able to do Saturdays and Sundays. And again, that's my time, right? I don't get any weekends because I'm fully working one mom on the weekends. So anywho, there it is, you guys. Good luck to everybody. Those of you who won, I'm so proud of you. I'm excited for your journey. Those of you who are not interested in that portion, I'm excited for your journey. Please share your wins with us over here. We would love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you like the video, thumb it up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.